Good afternoon, everyone. It's Monday. Happy Solar Eclipse Monday to everyone. Another episode of the Desktop Confessional here, and if you probably see steam coming out of this, I'm enjoying some cup of noodles right now because this is pretty much lunch. Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of stuff went on this weekend, and most of it, like the weekend really just pulled it through. Like it was just a really nice weekend, had some great times, but I'm going to hash through all of the BS first before I get to the good stuff. So when you last left me during the confessional back on Friday, I was just mentioning that it was very difficult for me to, I had a feeling that I wasn't going to get through the day without crying. And that actually came to pass. Not too long after I had lunch, I basically got to a point where I had a meeting with my assistant principal, and I came in with a box of Kleenex. No, I'm kidding. There's a box of Kleenex on my desk here in my little office thing. I came in with the box. I put it on her desk and basically told her, I'm going to guarantee that I'm going to need this in about 5 minutes. So basically behind closed doors, 8 months of just pressure, 8 months of bullshit, 8 months of everything that has gone wrong because of this whole desire not to like leave me in the loop and trust me to do my job, just all came out at once. I was a bloody mess, tears, everything, basically wondering why, the system isn't being fixed, and just coming to that realization that everything was just miserable for me. And so, my assistant principal goes up to me and just says, I'm going to ask you a straight question. She goes, and I said, sure. Go ahead, ask me the straight question. And she says, are you happy here? And my automatic response to that question was, I used to be. I used to be happy here. And I will say that at the beginning of my time here, it was amazing. I had a great time, and I was doing my work, and no one was bothering me. And everyone thought I was doing a great job because I was. And, we got work done. Wouldn't it be nice to relive the good old days? That would be wonderful to relive the good old days. And so, obviously, those days are gone, and it's sad, And I just hashed it out, 20 straight minutes. I'm not even going to go into, but as I said, I just basically highlighted everything going into, how many times I've tried to get into things, and, it's hard when you don't feel like you're trusted, and apparently I wasn't being trusted because I wasn't around enough, and I'm like, did you get the memos on why I'm gone and things like that? Like, there's just a lot of just trying to cover up for things, and of course, Christine, you have some shortcomings too, and besides the point, whatever happened on Friday, I think led to a Monday today, my principal pulling me over for a meeting and actually apologizing. Yeah, my principal pulled me over for an apology because he was mentioning, it's like, hey, I talked to, the other assistant principal, and we understand that there's just been a lot of lack of communication, and and communication between me and you, and he was spending a lot of time assuming that when I'm mentioning all the problems that are happening in school, that he's perceiving them as excuses for me not to do my job, which is really a shitty way to go, to be honest with you. But regardless of how that conversation went, and I just kind of nodded my head and took it, I still feel like it's too little too late at this point. If it's going to soften the blow of my eventual departure, then great. But at the same time, though, it's really not doing much for me to really, feel committed to staying here, unless something amazing happens or whatever. So, yeah, I actually got a formal apology from my principals, who are actually really cute. I'll take it. I'll accept the apology. We'll just see, if they're going to pull through and actually try. I can't guarantee anything. So with that being said, I actually came to work this morning, and I rode Pam to work today. So my Kawasaki Versys, rode her to work, and lo and behold, I roll into the parking lot, the staff parking lot, and the space that I'm supposed to sit in is empty. And I'm going, oh, the space that I was supposed to get for that really worthless award that I got. Yeah, no one was in the spot. I actually was able to roll my motorcycle into the spot. Now, it's completely unnecessary for me to do it because, I mean, the spot that I normally park at is closer to the front of the gate. But at the same time, it's just like, oh, did someone actually listen about the fact that not only did my award come with a very ill-timed email that, you know, it's really not cool to take my spot? I was shocked. So I'm going to enjoy this for a couple more days until I have to give this award up on Wednesday. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, let's do it. So that's what happened with Friday, and that's what happened with today. In addition to that, you know, there was a roster I had to fix that involved a lot of data entry, and I had to use a formula that I needed at least a month ago, and I finally figured out how to do it. But I had to basically take two columns of data and merge them together. So basically, I had to take class names and merge them and everything like that. And I finally figured out which damn formula I had to use. It's really long, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's concatenate. Yeah, it's been reduced in Microsoft Excel as concat, and it's supposed to take every, you know, two columns of information and smash them together. So, for example, a username and an email address ending. So it's like really cool. I figured it out. I finally got this stupid light sale, roster thing done. And I'm just like, okay, you know, finally get this out of me, because I've had to battle with administration for over a month to get this done. I'm just like, finally, you people. Yeah, I just had to bawl my eyes out for like the second time in a year and a half. That's the only way I'm able to get anything done. It's like, you know, I am looking forward to when I don't have to cry to be able to finish my work. And the crying comes from extreme frustration, as you know. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to Thursday. So this Thursday, I'm going to be out. And I'm heading to Fullerton. And I'm going to take a test and see if I could work out for this new, this new position at Fullerton. And see where I stand on it. And after that, hopefully get a haircut. And then after that, since it's going to be the same day that I'm, you know, not on campus, I'm going to go to Cal State Long Beach and be a speaker for new student orientation as a current student in the Graduate Studies program for Educational Technology and Media Leadership. I see you, Lizette. I do appreciate the kind words. It's good to hear from you. And yeah, I just have to do my job, you know, and I do what I got to do. And you know what? There's too many haters out there, so you know, don't deal with the haters. So I'm looking for Thursday. Hopefully Thursday is going to temper everything that's happened in the last month. And that, you know, I hope I have a shot at this, and you know, hopefully put me in a better position to actually like move on with the rest of my life and go from there. So with all that being over, and all the junk being over, you know, this last week was the end of my classes for the summer session at Cal State Long Beach. So Saturday, it was me and a friend. I had these free tickets for Metrolink, and so we jumped on the train at 9 in the morning from the Fullerton station, because the parking's free there. Hot tip, don't park all the way at the end of the parking structure in downtown Fullerton, because everyone uses it as a bathroom. It's really disgusting in there. But so we took the train and took it all the way down to Oceanside and just hung out in Oceanside like for most of the day. So that was really fun. It involved, we walked up and down the pier. She needed to get some headshots done, so I brought my DSLR with me and took headshots. Got to watch some swimming competitions, people fishing. We even rented bicycles, like those tricycle things, and then rode up and down the pier and even took more pictures. It was just a lot of fun. We even got to eat lobster tacos and take an Uber with a dude who had over 4,700 rides under his belt, which basically puts me to shame, and he's only been driving for a year because it's basically his full-time job. I'm like, wow, this is some twisted stuff. And we walked all over the place. I think according to my friend, it was like 5 miles total, and we even attempted to open up the Pokemon Go. We were hatching eggs, and even attempted a raid battle against a Zapdos and failed miserably, but it was actually kind of fun to see, like, I need like 18 more friends to be able to play against a Zapdos. Okay, that's a little insane. So around 5, why was it? 5:30, ish is when the train left from Oceanside to go back to Fullerton. So we get on the train, we pretty much knocked out because we like walked everywhere. And so we go back on the train and sleep. And then when we get back up, we're back on, what is it? We got about 5 minutes left here. We got back in our car, headed to Anaheim because this was the particular weekend that the Pokemon World Championships were going. And Kangaskhan was available. So she ended up getting out of an intersection, like right across from the convention center, going against the fence where Disney's California Adventure was. And with my phone in tow, I dropped her off, and she went and got the Kangaskhan's, and then I had to go pick her up in my car. So that was a lot of fun. And then after that, we hung out at the Anaheim Packing House and had really good banh mi's. So yes, it was a good day. That was Saturday. Sunday involved walking through Hollywood with my boyfriend and also going to my roommate's party, birthday party at Scum and Villainy Cantina off of Hollywood Boulevard, which is all very close to the intersection of Hollywood and Ivar. Anyway, it was really cool because it's like, if you've ever heard of the Scum and Villainy Cantina, it's a Star Wars themed cantina. Obviously, it's not officially a Star Wars thing because there's no licensing or anything. But you go inside and, you hear the Cantina band song and you hear everything else. It looks awfully cool. I dressed up in my Dark Side hockey jersey. And my roommate was in her Jedi robe. And it was like, we had lightsabers everywhere and tater tots and alcohol. And it was really fun. So that was pretty much what Sunday involved. And, of course, before that, just hanging around with my dude, just staring at electronics at Best Buy and seeing and picking up stuff from Target. But, aside from that and the farmer's market, I also had a chance to go to the farmer's market before that, too, at the Grove for the first time. So it's been a very foodie-like weekend here. And I got to try this place called Fritzy's Coop, and the most amazing chicken sandwiches you could possibly have. I'm not even kidding. Like, I have not had a chicken sandwich that good. I mean, I know that Chick-fil-A has their own recipe, and they have to cater to a lot more people. But man, I'll tell you, that place made Chick-fil-A look silly, and it was really, really good. So I enjoyed that very much. But that was pretty much Sunday. I have a lot of pictures on Instagram, a lot of them on my Facebook, so you can check out what happened there. Had a great time. And Saturday and Sunday definitely did temper a lot of things, and I had a great time just being able to just escape from all of this bullshit and just hang out with people that I care about and just be around friends and see new things and take more pictures and hopefully have time to, put this on my blog, which I'm going to definitely blog these particular moments. In addition to that, on a side note, and it's kind of an okay side note. So one of my rats, Patch, has had some issues with his feet. He ended up developing a condition called bumblefoot, which is sores, like abscesses on the bottom of his hind legs. And this is the first rat that I've had, and I've had rats since 1998. He's the first rat that I've had that has experienced this condition. So before I started my live broadcast, I got on the phone with one of the vets in Hawthorne, who is specifically works on exotic animals, i.e. rats and birds and things like that, and snakes, turtles. And so I have a meeting set up. I have an appointment set up on Saturday morning. So I'm going to go take Patch over there and see if we can get him on some treatments to get these abscesses off his feet. He's currently fine. He's eating, he's drinking, he's jumping, he's looking at me funny. He's fine. So it's just those sores. I just don't want them getting infected and spreading. So I'm going to get him taken care of. This is the first time since probably 2011 I've had to take a rat to the vet. It's a pretty good streak. Most of my rats don't have to go to the vet. They usually just go when they're ready, and I don't have issues with that. But I'm going to go take care of Patch. He's my very lovely attention getting boy. So I got to take care of him. I got to take care of all of them. But he's requiring a different kind of attention, so I'm going to have to take him to the vet on Saturday. No big deal. Aside from that, that is pretty much you know, what's been going on today. We've returned to regular schedule. We had to have our lunches and our snacks indoors because of the eclipse. And the cool thing is, because we've had a limited amount of eclipse glasses available. Oops, I'm going to have to clock out pretty soon. But long story short, because of the limited amount of eclipse glasses that we have, classes were let out one at a time in small groups to be able to look up and look at the eclipse with the glasses on. So all the kids got to see the eclipse today. It all worked out. So on that bright note, you know, I'm gonna sign out now. I'll keep you posted on what happens, and you know, I think Uber driving's in order tonight, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So I will talk to you all later. If you have any questions, you know, put them in the comments as usual. I will answer. And I hope that you guys have the best rest of the day. And even though the eclipse is gone, it's still not a good idea to stare at the sun directly. So just say, okay, ta-ta for now.